Hello, welcome back to our channel, Family Hiking. 2 weeks ago, I did very quick unboxing, very first impressions and overview of a newly released Rangeman GPR H1000. We went through the basic functions, options, and everything. And as I promised, I was about to test it. So to find out more about the functionality of the watch and also about the battery life, because that was a big question mark to me, how it's going to work in real action. So we traveled to Egypt for 8 days to spend our winter holidays over there. It was quite warm over there. It's very sunny, between 25 to 30 degrees. So something we can compare to summer in Poland. And we did a lot of crazy stuff. We did some crazy exploration of the ancient Roman hidden forgotten city. We also did some jeep riding on the desert, quads, spider car, even riding a camel. We were swimming, diving to some sunken wreck in the Red Sea. So a lot of crazy stuff, and every day I was using this and testing all the options. It also has the sleep monitoring set between 11 p.m. till 8 a.m. So it was measuring my heart rate and my sleep time, sleep conditions. So yeah, it was used very intensively. I would say, I would risk saying above normal usage, what you can have during your summertime, summer vacation. All of those movies will be soon available on my channel, Family Hiking. So please make sure you subscribe and submit a notification just to make sure you're notified about the newly released movies, because that was a really crazy exploration. I'm honestly very proud of this Roman ancient ruins, because that's the city in the middle of the desert, of the Sahara Desert. We did also some hiking. There are some rocks, some hills over there. This is the East Sahara, so it's not that flat. And yeah, it was tested in the battle. So during that time, I managed to go down from 5 from fully charged, because before going to Egypt, I used the external charger that is added to this watch and went to high over there. But then it goes to those bars, and I went down to 1 bar, and right now I have 1 bar, so the watch works. But if I want to go to function button and all those activities, I will get the warning about the low battery. It still works, right? So I can easily navigate through those options and go to whatever I want. But probably soon, especially when I use the GPS, it will go down to low. I saw some movies on YouTube that even on low status of your battery, it still keeps the watch running and keeps all the basic watch functions alive, which is really good. So the watch was fully exposed to the sun, because Egypt is a is a full of sun country. But I didn't leave it on purpose outside, like leaving it on at the window or outdoor somewhere for a couple of hours, just to make sure it will hold still and will be charged, because I just want to act normally, as I usually do during our exploration, during our activities, making those crazy movies for you. And my very first feedback is that this solar panel that works, but it cannot, with the normal activities, like having this on your wrist, it will not charge the watch back to high or even those full bars, right? I think that it just prevents the battery from dying, so it's like slowing down the whole process of energy consumption. I cannot test it right now, because I also wanted to put it outside somewhere for a couple of hours just to check if it's possible to charge the watch. it's middle of the winter in Poland, so we don't get a lot of sun here now, so it's impossible to do it, right? But as you can see on the and yeah, the watch was connected to the Casio watches application. You can see this is my life log, so my activities over the past few days or 2 weeks. So we can see actual the steps, the calorie consumptions, sleep, and everything. But during those activities in Egypt, we did a lot of walking, right? A lot of energy consumption above the normal, right? I set up some thresholds here, like 8-10,000 steps, 3,000 calories, something like that. So I was doing a lot more. You can see the GPS tracking here, all the swimming in the sea, some pool swimming here. Some this is interesting. Some hiking or riding a bike on the Sahara, and yeah, I tested all of them. The GPS is pretty accurate. I compared this with Google Maps. It gives me the right records of my walking, of my hiking, climbing the desert, even driving a jeep on the desert. I used the biking because I thought this is the closest one in terms of speed, stuff like that, and it gave me the exact records of when I was going, what I was doing, all the details on the energy consumption, stuff like that. So as you can see, lot of tests, lots of activities here. So as I said, this battery consumption and the battery life is not bad. I wouldn't say it's perfect. Probably you will get some smartwatches that are better than that, but for me, it's okay. So my advice to you is, if you go for your vacation, you are going to do some random stuff for like week up to 10 days, and you are going to expose the watch to sun, you can forget about the external charger. However, if you are a professional, maybe you are going to climb the mountains for whole days, like 8, 10, 12 hours a day, you should have your external charger with you all the time, because maybe you needed to charge this watch overnight after a couple of days, just to make sure it will not run out of battery. But for me, like as I said, 7, 8, maybe 10 days of our activities, shooting those movies, making exploration, swimming, diving, hiking, riding a bike, quads, jeeps, that was enough. That I honestly find this watch very comfortable. As I mentioned last time during my first review, this is very light. It's like 92 grams, very comfortable. So I had this on my wrist all the time over the day and night. Maybe I just took it off for a couple of minutes when I was taking my shower, just making sure it's clean, especially after diving in a very salty environment like Red Sea. It's very salty sea, so I just wanted to make sure there is no dust, no salt, no sand on it. But yeah, I was sleeping with that, doing my normal activities, even spending time at the pool, drinking some cold drinks, having snacks and stuff like that. So very comfortable, very durable, as you can see on the teaser I put on the beginning of this recording. We traveled through those bumpy roads that was fully exposed to sun, to dirt, to sand, water, salty water, stuff like that. And you can see not even a single scratch on the face, on the glass of the watch or the bezel, right? It looks almost like brand new. The one thing I'm not sure if you can spot it is like those angles, those edges here. It's yellow one. I love this color, so I wanted to purchase the yellow one. But you can see some those at the edges, those black marking. I think it's just the plastic being used, and maybe there is a black plastic below that, I don't know, but it still looks great even with those black edges. That would give it some sharpness, some toughness maybe. Yeah. This is G-Shock, so it needs to be tested in the battles, right? So I also customized I played a lot with the watch faces. You can see actually my activity level here, so all the steps I did last times. The past 3 days are have no activities, because this I put it away, right? But during my trip and adventures in Egypt, that was tested very intensively, I would say. So as I said, works pretty good. Still, if you're going to have time off more than 1 week, more than 10 days, even with the random activities, better be safe than sorry. And you should have the charger with you just in case you need to recharge it, and especially if you are planning some activities longer than a couple of hours, because yes, this GPS takes a lot of power. It connects with satellite, and yeah, after like 2 hours I went down by 1 bar when on GPS, right? So this is my observation. Like, yeah, it's not that bad. I would say that it's enough for me in terms of the battery life, but comparing to other G-Shocks that are also solar powered, like this Madman GW 9500, I also tested and played a lot with that during our last year vacation in Croatia. But this is not that advanced, right? It just has a compass, and right now it's medium, but when it was exposed to sun, I had high all the time, right? But as I said, I used some basic functions like compass, like altimeter, barometer, stuff like that, right? And so it's not equipped with the GPS. The same for, so no external charger, right? The same for King of the G-Shock GX56BB. Also, each time when it's exposed, at least for 1 or 2 days, the battery is always high, especially during summer. And finally, the GST B100, also no issues with that. Those basic watch functions, they are fully supported by solar powered, so you can forget about the battery issue. So yeah, that's the main difference. But still, this watch is far more advanced than those previous ones. That's why this battery consumption is higher. But generally, I'm very, very proud and satisfied with this watch. I think it was a good choice to have it. The next thing that I'm going to do when we have more sun in Poland, I'm going to put it somewhere outside and see after how many hours it can, if it's possible to get it fully charged with the solar, with the sun, right? Right now, probably I will attach it to this external charger and go back to high again, and probably play with that during the next adventure. So yeah, I think that will be all. So thank you very much. Please leave your comments if you have different experience, if you have some other observation or some interesting feedbacks to share with us, because yeah, I've got some questions about the overall usage, comfort of this watch, and also the battery was a big mystery. But as I said, if you are going out for 7 up to 10 days, that should be fine. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Take care. See you soon on the next movie. Bye.